Alright, so you're all sleeping on the knife, and here's why. Argument number 1 for the knife. Hella plus frames. Plus frames. I don't have to explain shit further than that. You can just pressure people. You can bully people with a knife, and there's very little that they can do about it. You can set it for hella tick throws. You can create frame traps. This is a 2-frame gap and some medium. Alright, argument number 2, range. Cody can't really do a whole lot at the ranges that I'm poking this guy at successfully with my knife without recourse. You can convert off of these too. These aren't just pokes. Like this isn't your daddy's standing medium kick poke. This isn't even crouching medium, which you can get absolutely dick all off of. These are normals that you can actually convert off of. Rapid fire always works. It uses a ton of meter, but for a reason, because it always works and it leaves you safe if they block it. Knife normals lead into each other, and they also all have crazy range. So here's some important links. Let's get to some real information here. Alright, so standing light into crouching medium. This is a bread and butter combination. Crouching medium goes into standing light or crouching light. Heavy leads into crouching medium. You see where this is going? Everything links into each other. And because of the massive range and the lunging on the knife stabs, you can get a lot from very far away. Let's see Pipe do that. What's Pipe gonna do at this range? Throw some stupid rocks? Speaking of range and throwing shit, the knife projectile is ridiculously fast and recharges even faster. It's good. You can also catch people with cheeky anti-airs like this, but it rarely ever works, so don't. You lose your normal punching normals, but instead you gain knife stuff. The only one that I'd say that this is a big problem for is your anti-air standing heavy punch. Your go-to anti-air if you have the knife on you is to do a crouching heavy. It's got a huge disjoint on it, by the way. Crouching heavy. This one you're not going to be using in your bread and butter pressure combo though, because it actually leaves you, surprise, you're only +4, which you wouldn't do this at point blank because on block I think it's like -4 or something like that. You totally lose your turn. But if you do this, you know, you can still convert off of it. Big advantage of this though is it's a really good whiff punish tool because there's a huge disjoint on the there's a huge disjoint on the knife. And then yeah, just buffer in a ruffian or something. Kind of ridiculous. Alright, other stuff, other links, other really important links that you can do with the knife. So this is a baby combo, but you can actually turn it into something with the knife. Off of standing light, you can also convert that if you actually hit it. If you're really close, you can do stuff like this. Off of... The rest of the stuff is counter hit. I think. Alright, other state stuff that you can do. I forgot to mention this. This is super organized because I'm sick and didn't plan this through. You got a target combo. It leaves you super minus. Compared to just the normal standard standing heavy, minus 14 is not good. So if you find yourself in this situation, just do the straight knife throw. Because that leaves you +3 instead of minus 14. Don't do up throw, it just leaves you 0. The anti-air is only as a combo extender in certain situations. So let's get to those combos now. Alright. So as I showed, so your bread and butter is going to be opening off of medium. It's a nice combination of range, safety, and convertibility. This is just an excellent poke, but if this catches, then you're going to town. Something I recommend is just buffer in a heavy when you're poking with it like this, and you're not expecting it to hit, because then you get the fun target combo, but only when it connects. It's free. Other good things, if you're poking with the katana slash, again, just follow it up with crouching medium. So crouching medium, you can't cancel this into a special other than your throw. And depending on the range, you actually can't even really turn that throw into anything. Corner, that's not a problem at all. Corner, you can get crazy stuff off of. Other important stuff is other things that you can convert off of. So normally Cody can't do a whole lot off of low lights, low kicks. Normally you're doing something like this. 143 is fine, but the knife can do a lot more with that. Standing light knife actually can cancel into EX Ruffian. So, you know, anything that you'd be doing there, you can do. If you're a super cool dude and you always have level 2 Zonk charge, you can do... stuff like that. That's pretty good for a crouching light opener. You can also do some weird Zonk shifting stuff. TLDR, as long as you're holding a button, you hold Zonk charge, but I can, for example, go to press medium and then release light, and now my Zonk is on my medium. And that preserves any charge time. So you can do stuff like this, where I'm just like pressuring with these knife normals, and then surprise level 2 Zonk. Zonk shifting is, I think, really important on knife. And something that helps make his Zonk shifting easier on knife is the fact that the lights and the mediums lead into each other so gracefully. I basically always have Zonk ready, because just your ability to convert a poke into a ton of damage with level 2 Zonk very much augments the knife's natural strengths of being able to get you in from far away and like convert off of it. I'd say one of Cody's weaknesses is his low ability to convert off of stuff if he's not very close. Like, all these other characters have some really fancy, like, ranged get-in combos, but Cody, not really. Alright, let's talk about counter-hit stuff, because counter-hit is where the knife just goes crazy. There's a lot of counter-hit optimization to do on the knife. Alright, so first of all, and this is the most important one, if you're poking with your standing heavy and it counter-hits, do the target combo afterwards. Yeah, 392 damage, that's a totally normal conversion for 0 meter. At like half screen range too. Because like again, this button's range is dumb. If you're worried that the hammer kick isn't gonna connect, then just throw the raw level 2. You don't miss out on that much damage, and it's better than just dropping it altogether. So yeah, even a tipper, this will convert. Hammer kick basically always connects. The only times it really doesn't is if you catch a limb, like in a whiff punish with this, and then you get a counter hit. If you are point blank somehow and you land like this, which he might do this in some kind of like meaty situation, but I really wouldn't recommend it. Standing heavy is not a good meaty, but let's say you did. You can then do the V skill too, and then you can get some even more damage. Again, 404, nothing to sneeze at. There's not a lot of good ways actually to add meter to that to add damage, surprisingly. You can just Zonk shift around to get a level 2 Zonk off of it, but you actually can't convert that then level 2 Zonk into a whole lot, so don't worry about adding meter to that. Alright, other counter hit stuff. So hammer kick now leaves you +4, and if you're really close, Cody can convert that. But with a knife, you don't have to be close. Yeah, tipper range, not quite, but what my argument is, this has way more range than this. All right, other counter hit stuff. All your mediums, if they counter hit, they're +7. They link into the crouching one only. The crouching one is 6 frame startup. The standing one is 8. This is actually notably slower than your normal standing medium, so just be aware of that. So the advantage of the standing medium is slower, but it actually has, I think they have the same range, if I remember correctly. Let's do a quick test here. Yeah, okay, standing medium does have more range. That's what I thought. And it also converts into the target combo. So you get a little bit of range and then like follow-up potential for landing the standing medium versus the crouching one. But the crouching medium punch should be familiar for anyone for Cody's Oki setups. And they work out basically all the same way, where like on forward throw, crouching medium gives you some pressure. The difference is the follow-up you want to do afterwards, you basically gain a follow-up because of the knife range, is standing. So crouching to standing. So that's a 4-frame gap. I'll be damned if someone can punish that. And yeah, it's just an option after forward throw if you have the knife out. So again, crouch, standing. If you want to be a tool and just like really burn a lot of resources to keep pressure on, you can do that. You're this close again and you're +3 again. This is basically the same range that you were at before. So this is kind of like a loop. It's a very expensive loop. So don't do it. But actually, let's turn on the normal V timer just so you can see how expensive that is. Yeah, and that breaks the knife. Frame traps. Did I get all the counter hit stuff? I definitely didn't get all the counter hit stuff. Alright, so standing light is +8 on counter hit, and it's so good. So this leads straight into the target combo, the standing target combo, which again is the one that gives you the most damage. I gotta turn that back on to infinity because we're showing off the knife. Alright. Alright, so yeah, that's the baby combo if you don't have Zonk stored. If you do, you have to do some Zonk shifting to make this work. 320, noticeable improvement. Crouching light leads into medium because it's 7. This is just it's only notable because on counter hit normally, so let's turn on random and see if I can pull this off live, and I shouldn't be doing this, but I will. So normally, if you don't get a counter hit, this crouching medium won't link. So you need to be prepared to do stand because then after stand you can do the crouching medium. But if you land the counter hit, you can go straight into crouching medium, and then you can land a light and then ruffian. I don't confirm this, but you can if you're better than me, which you probably are. What else? Counter hits. All right, let's do tricky shit. So for some reason, crouching medium has like 1 billion juggle potential. This will catch everybody at least once. If they're wise to that antic, there's a really good setup as well. Yeah, I mean that works on that should be familiar for all you pipe users. So it really does depend on the range when you not right side, right corner. It really depends on the timing of this. But the amount that you are plus is not super consistent. Usually you're 8, and if you want to catch something like a wake up DP, I usually go into standing medium then. So pressure loop might look like... don't do the ruffian at the end there. Sorry, that was a fumble. But yeah, the knife has a crazy juggle potential. If you catch somebody jumping, so your medium punch does this kind of juggle state, and you can do the target combo into that. Knife basically kind of preserves a version of that, where your knife does this like pop-up thing. This actually has a lot of juggle potential. We can basically be Akira here. If I time it right. Normally, though, you just follow this up with like a ruffian or something. Gives you basically, I think, the better damage actually, because yeah, you're not normally going to be landing something like that. Crouching heavy is another good if you're just going to panic and hit something. You know, if you're really good, you can be ready for it and do crazy zonk shit. I don't think I've ever landed that in a real match, though, so don't worry about it. Anti-air, knife throw, kind of like the same idea. It's really fast, and you can actually recharge your knife and be ready for a combo afterwards. I find actually if I do catch the anti-air knife throw and I'm going to turn it into something, it actually is easier for me to time it if I actually recharge the knife first. Because if you just immediately go for it, you miss. So yeah, just do the reload. Pretty much anytime I throw my knife, I instantly reload. As I showed earlier, you can actually catch a juggle as long as they bounce off of a wall that is just rapidly throwing knives. This works full screen because, again, they're functioning against a wall. Other cool things to know about the knife. You can cancel a tornado throw into reload. If you're ever in a situation without your knife and you are poking with tornado, it's usually better to acquire the knife this way. Raw reload doesn't give you as much pressure. What else? I'm missing something. I know I'm missing something. Activates. You activate like you did any other Cody activation. I mean, you can make a roundhouse safe. You can make sweep safe, or you can raw activate to catch somebody's jump in or whatever. I think that's about it. I've been rambling long enough anyway. Later.